Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Heather from the beautiful Tivoli, Italy, and let's go ahead and get back into it. In our last video, we explored to come, the Latin venire, and saw how it shaped movement, arrivals, and connections in the Romance languages. Now we'll be looking at to eat, a verb that is central to everyday life and culture and has fascinating links across Italian, Spanish, and French. So what is the history and the etymology of to eat? In classical Latin, the verb for to eat was edere, sometimes spelled edere, E-D-E-R-E, coming from the Proto-Indo-European root ed, ed, which simply meant to eat or to consume. Romans used it literally for food. Edo panem, I eat bread. Edunt frumentum, they eat grain. But it was also used in more figurative ways, like to consume in terms of resources or even time. How does that move into Italian, Spanish, and French? Well, from edere, the Romance languages evolved slightly different verbs. In Italian, it became mangiare. Mangiare. Example, io mangio una mela. Io mangio una mela. I eat an apple. In Spanish, it became comer. Comer. Example, yo como una manzana. Yo como una manzana. I eat an apple. In French, it became manger. Example, je mange un pomme. Je mange un pomme. Notice that the evolution isn't as straightforward here. Italian uses mangiare, which comes from the vulgar Latin manducare, meaning to chew or to bite. Spanish and French kept closer ties to the original Latin sense, comerere, literally to eat up. So even though the verbs look different, the Latin root influence is still very strong, especially in the Romance languages' vocabulary for eating and for food. So a cool fact for you and a way to anchor this into your memory, eating is such a central human activity that every language has developed many idioms and derived words from this root. For example, comestibile, something that can be eaten. Consume, literally to take in, derived from Latin consumere, manducate, a rare English word meaning to chew. And of course, in Italian, mangiare gives us words like mangiabile, edible, or mangiatore, eater, showing how living culture adapted Latin roots into everyday speech. So in closing, from the Latin edere, we get mangiare, comer, manger, three verbs that connect us to the universal act of eating, and also to countless words about consumption in English and other languages. Learning these roots helps you recognize patterns across languages and gives you a deeper understanding of everyday verbs. In our next video, we'll explore to drink, the Latin bibere, another essential verb for conversation and culture in Italian, Spanish, and French. Ciao.